YouTube, what the crap is going on? All Things Nerdy here, bringing you more things nerdy today. And again, for today, we're going to be playing Rome 2 Total War Online in a one-on-one competition. I'll be playing as the Boii versus Suebi. Initially, I thought I was going to be playing more of a heavy faction, better armor, better equipment. But we're going to have a barbarian versus barbarian faction, which is great. Initially, I chose a barbaric faction, seeing as we're in a heavily wooded area. They have a little bit more cover, so I thought I'd be able to do a little bit more screening tactics, better infantry movement, things along those lines. I'll go ahead and introduce you to my army and throw it into slow motion here. Up front, I have 3 Celtic bowmen. These guys, I again thought I was going to be playing a hefty unit or hefty faction, so I wanted a little bit of extra missile penetration as opposed to just a slinger. Behind them, I have, let's see, 1, 2, 3 naked warriors. They're not completely naked. You can see here. They got little loincloths, but still, that's a pretty intimidating thing. You got to think, if you're on the battlefield and this guy's coming full force at you, aggression, not wearing anything but a little loincloth and a sword, that could be pretty intimidating. He's a barbaric person. He's not just coming at him aggressive, he's coming at him crazy status. So they do get a little bit more of a bonus versus infantry, the naked warriors do, so that's what I initially thought I wanted them to do, is be my main line of infantry, charge right into them and start doing a lot of damage. On my flanks, I have 2 units of Oathsworn, and my general is also Oathsworn. Oh, here he is, Oathsworn. These guys are my elite units. I wanted to be able to use them as a flanking force, while my naked warriors kind of held my middle line. The naked warriors don't have a whole lot of defense. Yeah, only a 59. That's pretty good, but still not a lot if I was facing something that had a high kind of berserker, quick damaging unit. So that was my initial thought here. What I'm doing right now, before I introduce you to the other men, is I'm trying to bring this unit on into this clearing here and push forward in that way. I want my opponent here to completely reposition, thinking I was going over here, and kind of take up a line along this way so I can have a nice flanking force over here. Again, heavily tree area, forest, thick. I'm able to move my men almost upon him without them being seen. Over here, I do have 3 levy freemen. These guys are very, very cheap unit, but they're effective for what I wanted them to do. I purchased them to kind of bring them along with my cav to help clean up any cav engagements going on. Past that, I didn't care what happened to these guys. Again, cheap unit. I didn't really want them to do anything. Now, you'll see what happens here with them. I don't really get to use them how I intended, but I adapt to it and make them still useful for the amount of money I spent on them. Behind them, I have 1 unit of noble horse and 2 units of heavy horse. Heavy horse being a nice infantry unit. This one has a nice little upgrade on them, taking them to 44 attack, 42. And then my noble horse is my more elite cav unit. I wanted to help give them a little bit of bolster. Didn't want to focus with my most elite units, throw it into play here. Now my opponent, I couldn't really see most of his men most of the battle. He just kind of hangs out here until I finally poke out completely, so he can start repositioning. As you see here, he's going to bring forward these longbow hunters and start taking shots at me. What I go ahead and do is, rather than leave them in a free fire, I go ahead and have all 3 of them focus on this front unit here. And in fact, let's see if we can see some nice shots. Somebody getting hit. Oh, that guy got littered with them. So, wrong button there. So yeah, I'm just focus firing them. I'm trying to whittle them down. He's got them kind of scattered, but a few of them focused on this middle unit here. I realize the skirmishing game is not going to be my strong suit, and I need to start pushing forward and pushing forward fast. Now, my opponent starts to move his cavalry out, right here. I'm not sure if he was thinking about trying to get a hold of these guys while they're out front here. He should have continued. My naked warriors, they're not a defensive unit. They're not a spear unit. Right there on the charge, he killed almost 20 of them. He does get them blobbed up here, but that's fine by me. I was trying to not completely rush in, leaving these guys over there by themselves. but it's about this moment I decide, alright, this is the time. My flanking force is coming forward. Levy Freeman out here, cav units. I want to try and lock his cav in over here so my other cavalry can come around the back and start doing some hammering anvils. So I go ahead, throw my heavy horse and my noble horse on in to lock them down. They're not completely escaping. With the new patch, and I catch these longbow hunters. With the new patch, if there's cavalry in an engagement and you try to either pull them through or pull them back, they're more prone to start losing forces as opposed to be able to survive. So I send my naked warriors on in. This one locking down his general. As a sword master, he's a very sturdy unit. So I won't be able to completely kill him, but that charge I was able to get a lot of kills. Plus I have my longbow hunters focus firing him. If I'm able to kill him, I will get a nice boost in there. Oh, they won't get a boost, they'll get a decrease in the morale, the opponents will. I'm able to get the spear, Levy Freeman around, and my horse, I'm going to send him on into this flank and him on into the middle to help start routing them up, trying to get that shock. These Oathsworn get around the back of his general, charge him on in. Perfect timing, as these naked warriors aren't going to make it. I left my Oathsworn and my general here to kind of make sure, you know, my middle of the pack wasn't going to get completely demolished. Seeing as his general is now turned around to fight these Oathsworn, their backs are completely exposed and I'm getting flanking shots in. So those flanking shots, they lose their shield bonus, that armor bonus goes down, and I'm going to start quickly taking care of his general. Down to 44 already. I believe he's dead already. So I'm just in here doing hammer and anvils, trying to wrap up this engagement over here. They're starting to rout, do a chain rout. I'm just focus them up so I can bring them on over here. And it's about this time my opponents, I believe, rage quits. Seeing as they're all focused together, my longbow hunters, they're just racking up kills. 104 on that one, 96 on that one. Good game to my opponent. He went ahead and exited on out. Everything in this game is about using your money effectively. If I spend a lot of money on one unit, I need to know how to use them, and I need to know how I want to use them. I need to use them effectively. In this case, I didn't spend a lot of money on my Levy Freeman, but the task I presented with them, I wanted them to accomplish, was to help my cavalry in a cav fight and wrap those up. I wasn't able to do that, so I needed to adapt. Everything, again, about using your forces effectively. Instead of having them go chase down in the cav and have a massive blob there in the center, I went ahead and had them lock down some of his infantry while my cav was able to go around and do some hammer and anvils. They're not an effective fighting force. They're not going to be that force, that unit that wins me the fight. If I didn't charge them in, I would have lost. But they were able to lock people down while the rest of my forces were able to flank around and do different things. Still, again, good game to my opponent. It was a fun one. I'll be bringing more of these online battles, playing as different factions, trying to showcase what each one has different abilities of. Throw me a like and a comment down below. Comment, give me what kind of tactics you would have used in this battle, what things you would have done differently, what kind of factions you'd like to see played as well. I'll be trying again to bring more of those to you, and give me a like I said, that'll help grow this channel. We want to bring a community for all things nerdy, all sorts of facets of people to come together, play different, showcase different games. I'm still working on a couple projects to bring to you guys, that way it's not just complete Let's Plays and different games. I'll be doing more reviews and stuff, but again, that might be a little bit farther away than I realize, but I want you to at least know what we're working on. So, till next time guys, stay nerdy and have a good one.